Hey everybody and welcome in to another Mandalorian reaction. I was about to say watch along, I caught myself, Stephen. Season 3, Chapter 19, The Converts, Episode 3 of Season 3. This is so convoluted, why did they not just, I don't know, call it Episode 3? The chapters have thrown me off. I know it's a continuing adventure of Din Djarin. But Stephen, look, we have had ups and downs with this TV show. I think I'm getting just a little bit more from it than you are. I'm not fully on board the Mandalorian train season 3 yet. I'm sure I will be by the end.
Yeah.
You are just not having it. I think at the moment you're finding it a little bit lacklustre overall.
Yeah.
That last episode, the Mythosaur stuff did go over my head, so I'm not going to lie. I didn't have... I remember the horns.
The community did fill us in with a lot of the sort of backstory to a certain character.
I know of the symbol on Boba Fett. I didn't know it was a Mythosaur.
But yeah, I mean, it was made to look like a bit like a chump in that one. But I get, if you read obviously about the dark saber and obviously the lore, John, you'd understand why he struggled with it.
Yeah. And
others don't struggle with it. But it's just, I think it's pacing thing at the moment as well. It's kind of bugging me. I think it's very slow. But listen, it is what it is. It's only episode 2. This is episode 3. I just think back to Andor. It took me about 4 episodes to get into that, and I love it. That's all. Yeah.
I think Andor's a big part of the problem, Stephen. That's Star Wars done in a completely different manner, and we're hot off the heels of that in terms of releases. That's the last one that came out on this platform.
Yeah.
And it's so tonally different, and we knew that was going to be the case. And in The Mandalorian is a different beast. It's like Star Wars the movies, scaled down ever so slightly for TV. It's 100 miles an hour, frenetic, space opera, gunslinging. I yearn a tale for Din Djarin being on his own, gunslinging, because it was sold as a lone gunslinger, a western meets Star Wars. And as much as I like Grogu, and I do, I feel like he just, I don't know, he saves his arse a lot, to be fair. But also,
I'm going to get pillared for this, but his baggage.
Yes, baggage. Yes,
and I don't mean that. I
love the little guy.
I really love the little guy, and I want to see him just excel. The one thing I do want to see from, if they're going to have Grogu in this, is this backstory. They opened it up in that episode of the Book of Boba Fett with Order 66. I want to see what's happening in his head. I really want to see where he's came from. That will all be revealed.
Could have got that in a Luke TV show.
Could have, yeah.
I want a Luke TV show with Sebastian Stan. and delving into him training Grogu, but didn't have to bring him back with Mando. But we're here, and look, to be fair, I do love Grogu, so, and I'm sure Jon Favreau and Filoni will win his round. I am absolutely certain of it. By the end of this TV show, it's impossible not to love Din, the big helmet that he is. Shall we press play?
Yes.
Play.
Bet you're feeling like a prick right now, aren't you? Fucking made a total fucking arse of yourself there, didn't you? Yeah, mate.
But I tell you, as the commenters did say, he is like a borderline deity now.
You bathed in the living waters. You are Mandalorian again. Can we leave now?
That's it? Okay.
He needs proof.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
You see anything down there?
No, I was about to say that.
I saw the chasm passing me as I fell. I didn't realize it was so deep.
It wasn't. The bombings from the Purge must have triggered seismic activities.
Yeah, there you go. Brilliant. Love it.
Did you see anything alive?
Alive? Like what?
Nothing.
A Mythosaur?
Let's get out of here.
Big, huge reptilian sort of lizard thing? Dragon thing? So is she going to go full rogue here and not tell him about this? Or is she going to...
Is this like a Smaug type thing that's happening here?
Not sure.
A desolation of Smaug.
I don't know, because I think they rode them back in the day, the Mandalorians. So
bring me to my ship and I'll be on my way.
I can't imagine anyone riding
You will forever
Smaug.
have my gratitude.
Smaug.
I would invite you in for a feast, but I'm guessing that helmet isn't coming off again.
This is the way.
This is the way.
We took a hit.
Pirate tracks again.
Up on us fast. It looks like a squadron of TIE interceptors.
Ooh, it's the Empire.
How close are we to Kalevala?
Or whatever they are.
Far.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Get
they're
us back
done.
there and I'll reinforce from the N1. Can you evade them?
Our shields
The
aren't
First
gonna
Order.
hold. I need you to back them off.
They would have been sort of brigands, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They would have been Splinter. Cells, I don't know what to use.
Where'd they come from?
I've scoped off a lot of
Where
Imperial
did they go?
warlords.
You tend to get mad when you hijack their
I do.
ships.
Now you tell me.
What is their problem?
Try to force them down onto this planet, clearly.
Get ready, we're coming in hot. I won't be able to slow down for the drop.
Oh,
Interceptors are a lot tougher than TIE fighters.
Are you still up for the transfer?
I don't see any other choice.
is that not what Vader had, an interceptor? It's the one with the curved wings, isn't it?
Yeah. Is he going to get
Oh,
down onto his ship?
this is what I came to see.
That was
Nice.
fucking cool, to be fair. That kid, you don't know what's coming here.
Oh,
Love that bit of score there.
yep. Nice shot.
Yeah. Steven, I'm going to get the helmet. Oh, that was cool. I've never seen that before.
Oh,
Made it to the N1.
I've never
Heading
seen
to
that
you.
before. That happened before, didn't it?
yep.
That ship went up and then dropped and came back down.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think.
Don't worry. I grew up flying these cliffs.
Oh, nice.
Of course, it's been a while.
Is it not the Millennium Falcon and Force Awakens?
Could have been, yeah. Yeah, it may have been, yeah. Because it did go up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, man. I just love
Thanks for the
the...
backup.
I love the fact
Somewhere
that
to go.
prequel ship is whipping
Yeah.
the asses of a original trilogy ship.
I was thinking that though, Stephen, they did go back the way.
Yeah.
They did have shields. There's a prequel
Go
era
right.
sort of
I'll meet you on the
Naboo
other
fighters
side.
had shields.
I wonder where they filmed this.
Looks like Britain.
Yeah. Looks like either Ireland or
One down,
Scotland,
one
yeah.
more to go.
On it.
That definitely looks like the Irish Sea or the North Sea.
It does look a bit like Achtu.
Yeah.
Did you see R5 there floating? I love that. Help him up, man. You can do it.
You can do it. That was very good. That
Yeah, I like
was
that.
very,
It was
very,
good.
very good.
Not bad for an antique.
You take any damage?
Just shields. You?
Not a scratch.
Yeah.
Let's take them in just to be sure. Nice shooting.
Hang on.
It's a
Something on the
classic
scope.
Boba Fett thing that you do, isn't it? The nodding in Jabba's palace.
No.
Bombers, die bombers.
You bastards. What is their problem? What's going on here?
Arseholes. I'm actually feeling that because what a fucking place that was, man.
Those mudscuffers bombed my home.
I like that. That's better than you Chrome Dome and Bastard and stuff
Get
like
after
that.
them.
Those mud scuffers. Proper Star Wars.
Oh, yes! Oh, it's a trap.
Bo,
It's a trap,
we've got
man.
Company.
I was about to say it was a
Bo,
trap. They're
listen to
leading
me.
you.
You have to get out of there. There's too many of them. We've got to get out of here.
My lord. Always loved the
That's a
Doppler
lot of
effect.
ships for an
on the TIE
Imperial
fighters.
warlord.
I'm sending jump coordinates.
To where?
Someplace they won't find us.
See ya! Yes!
Oh,
A good intro. I liked that. Loved that. From one score to another score. This is promising, man. Ooh. I did not think we were going to go here.
Stephen, I don't know about you, but I was just bored. Fuck yeah, Scottish can't. Fucking
Wow.
hell. I was bored with the whole living waters, Mines of Mandalore shit. I'm glad in a way they have got that out of the way.
Have we seen this planet since the original trilogy? Like, this is
No.
after the events
No,
of Return
no,
of the
we
Jedi?
haven't,
Wow.
Speak here tonight. The amnesty program saved my life.
Who's this?
There are many of us who had no choice in working
They've
for
been
the
coy with
Empire.
showing you his identity
Now
anyway.
the New Republic has given us a second chance. So thank you. I believe the pursuit of knowledge is the most noble thing someone can do.
Is this the old
research was
Senate
twisted
building?
into
Surely
something
not,
cruel
'cause that was
and
really
inhumane
vast.
at the behest of a desperate individual intent on using cloning technology to secure more power for himself.
Is this a little
I
bastard that was
assure you
working
that my
with
original intentions
Moff
were
Gideon?
good.
Yeah, he was in the... I think he
Yeah.
was in the rescue, the last episode, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah.
When I was young, I
So
lost
much
my
younger
mother,
than today.
the person who I admired most.
Was Chief Palpatine?
Her heart gave out. Had simple organ cloning been available on my home world,
No.
her death would have been easily preventable. It was then that I vowed to make it my life's work to help others avoid such needless loss. Thanks to the groundbreaking work of the Kaminoans, we know that cloning can
Kamino, yeah.
duplicate an
Wow.
individual from a
I
single
love this. I
genetic
love the
strand.
references to the past.
My work explored was the hopes of combining multiple strands to create replicas that incorporated the best genetic attributes of both donors.
Yeah, that's super soldier territory though.
This is incredible. Look at this.
Quite
Yeah.
fascinating, actually.
He's giving me Charlie Cox Daredevil vibes, Matt Mother.
Yeah. He's up to no good, this guy, I can tell.
Yeah.
This is a facade.
I see you're going to Amnesty Housing. Congratulations on making it into the program.
It's creepy.
Thank you.
Well, I think you'll find it a very lovely
Why don't you just
city.
keep your eye on the
Also
road,
be sure
mate?
to visit the Sky Dome Botanical Gardens. The mysis blossoms are in full bloom, and oh my, are they something to see. Ah. And
Johnny
if you have time,
Cab,
the Galaxy
whatever it's
is
called.
wonderful.
You're in a Johnny cab.
Fucking still talking.
There
I
are
know.
some truly
Fucking shut up,
I
yappy.
found the Montalban
Plug the
Mouse
professor in
to
the
be
back.
utterly- Ah, look at that. Here we are. Amnesty Housing. Please watch your step as you exit the vehicle.
Amnesty Housing. Priest Hill.
Have a good evening.
You watch your head as I step out of the vehicle, because I'm going to fucking volley it off that little vehicle. Right down into the abyss.
This looks like the same set they used in Andor. You know, for that lady that was in the Scottish scenes,
Hey.
the sort of rebel,
Yeah.
and she met up with that other person here.
Yeah, it was
Amnesty Officer M34.
yeah, Stellan Skarsgård characters.
Amnesty scientist.
Sit right hand
L52.
women.
Yeah.
You're new.
I was just transferred from the Reintegration Institute.
Welcome to Amnesty Housing. It's paradise in comparison. This is G27, M40, G68.
This dude was in.
Doctor.
Who are
Doing
you?
all right?
I didn't expect to see anyone from Moff Gideon's ship here.
Ah.
Gideon. I didn't know you worked for him.
I heard he escaped en route to the War Tribunal.
No, that was just the cover story.
This guy
I
looks
had
like a
the
B
intellectual
grade
mind
Steve
trap.
Rogers, and the other guy looks like a B grade Michael Keaton,
I try not to think about him anymore.
and he looks
Thanks
like
to
a
the
B grade Charlie
rehabilitation
Cox.
program, I can contribute to the New Republic. Just like you.
Just like all of us.
Yeah, I remember the Nazis saying that in Paperclip as well, but it was really just a ploy to get out from getting guillotined
Long live the New
or
Republic.
hanged with piano
Long live
wire.
the New Republic.
Come on now.
Long live the New Republic.
That looks like Perno.
Do you think this is shot in the volume?
There are more of
Yeah,
us here than
think
I
so.
expected.
Yeah, that surprised me at first too. It's not
That'd
how
be
the
cool, though.
Empire would have handled
Yeah.
it.
Referred to as the center of the galaxy, it's not precisely located at our...
One moment.
Something's going to happen to us, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd shut the door immediately. Someone rings your door and there's no one there, just shut it. Nothing good's going to come of that. Bang.
Hear the traffic above.
Yellow
That's-
biscuits.
Yeah. Who get them? I think it was that young dude. The one that went to see his speech.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, L52. Happy Bindu Day. Another set for archival.
Good morning.
Wonderful.
Oh, I saw your talk last night. Really interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Heck, I had no idea you were so experienced. Wonder why they have you down here.
I'm happy to do whatever's asked of me.
But, you know... Oh,
Excuse me.
That was rude.
I'm falling behind.
I'll let you get back to it.
In other words,
Thank you again.
Yeah.
please fuck off.
I have to admit, I didn't expect this to happen in this episode.
I mean, this is like a full-on jaunt.
You're not-
And I mean, this guy's also the big bad, isn't he? Yes, he's the...
It's just
They're
so
presenting
many
this guy.
people. It's all a bit overwhelming.
Steve, because I've always viewed the Galactic Civil War as like a, as we've said many times, a comparison to World War II.
Yeah.
The Empire were the Nazis. And after World War II, as I did say, paperclip, some scampered off to South America. They infiltrated into Western
Yeah.
powerhouse.
Wars are
Allied
never clean
societies.
breaks. There's always
Yeah.
things that are
Makes me
happening
feel rather
afterwards.
insignificant.
One's went to the Soviets, one's went to
I don't know
America.
about that. Makes me feel special.
This is almost
Knowing
what we're
everything I
saying
had
here,
to
the New
overcome to
Republic
get
being
back here.
corrupted.
You've been to Coruscant before?
I trained here at the
I
academy.
never thought I'd see a fucking lollipop or an ice lolly
Not much
in
has
Star
changed.
Wars.
Other than taking down the cogwheels.
You talk about this character?
Yeah.
Feel
Oh, it's
different though.
definitely a girl.
I
100%.
thought we were doing
Yeah, you'll have
good.
to dub me out then.
I do think about that sometimes. All of my research going unfinished. But we were close to making some incredible breakthroughs. In the right hands, our discoveries could have helped a lot of people.
So why not continue your research here?
I don't think it's something the New Republic would be interested in. The ethics of cloning are
Perhaps Palpatine,
complicated.
But if
Into
it helps the
creating
Republic,
some
isn't that
Snokes.
important enough?
since he's not dead.
Following orders blindly is how we got in trouble in the first place. Sometimes you have to trust your gut. The New Republic is trying their best, but they're struggling. There are lots of capable people who want to help. You understand what I'm saying?
This is a really interesting direction to take.
Yeah, this is like the Mandalorian episode in the book of Boba
Yeah.
Fett.
But it's important to establish something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you able to maintain a consistent schedule?
Yes.
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment towards your coworkers?
No.
Yes.
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment towards the New Republic government or its representatives?
No.
Thank you for continuing.
Can I ask a question?
Proceed.
If I were to pursue my own research recreationally, would that be allowed?
According to your file, your previous research involved cloning and genetic engineering. That class of research is expressly prohibited by the Coruscant Accords. My apologies.
You think
Do
he
you
might
have
have
any
something to do
further
with that?
questions?
About the Snoke thing?
I don't know, Steve.
Further
I
down
guess
the
so.
line?
Thank you for continuing to be
Well, if
an
he is
important
pursuing
part of the
cloning, then
Amnesty
it may
program. Have a
lead
nice
to that.
day.
But you've got to think Snoke was a mistake because he was horribly disfigured.
Yeah.
Wasn't a good clone. What the fuck was he a clone of? So something went wrong in the
Ed
process.
Harris.
Ed Harris and the young man from The Mummy before he became fully formed.
Yeah.
And it's not that guy we all think it is, it's the other guy.
It's not the guy for Titanic.
No,
Billy
Bob
Zane.
Zane or Billy Zane.
We were
Good Bob.
talking about the other day.
Just call everyone
It's
Bob.
Arnold, I can't remember his second name.
It's in the tip.
Thinking about it. I know it's important, and in the hands of the New Republic, it can actually be used for good. I just need to prove it.
You want to help the New Republic. They just can't see it yet.
Making the bullets here,
We can
listen.
get you a mobile lab station. But it would require going outside our designated perimeter.
I can't do that. If they found out, we'd both be sent back to the Reintegration Institute.
I've done a lot of things I'm ashamed of. I have a lot to make up for. But if your research really is as important as you say, I'll take that risk.
Ulterior motive.
I'm just wondering how this ties into the Mandalorian sort of story. It's so separate right now.
Oh, Grogu was the guy, the little guy they were
Just,
pursuing, wasn't he? They were
Yeah.
interested in his genome.
Sleep
I'm
on
pretty
it.
sure. He was the key to it, so that's going to bring Grogu directly into the crosshairs of these
Yeah.
people again if he pursues. I'm liking that fucking score.
Yeah.
That score's reminiscent of the Emperor. Sort of.
It's the right thing to do.
Relax. Just follow my lead.
You looking at your scruffy looking there, fella. Like the way this is shot where you're feeding into his paranoia, everyone's a potential danger and they're looking at him. I feel like that's all in his head.
Got to say, I like his coat.
Yeah.
It's like Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Yeah, stinks.
Thongs days, am I right?
That's good effects.
Yeah.
They're not really moving. Wow. Nice shot.
Can we see a bit of wonder in your face, fuckface?
It's funny that, you know, the last web series we watched on this was obviously Andor,
Yeah.
and we saw this planet before the original trilogy events. Now we're seeing it just after the original trilogy. It's crazy.
Changed
Where
much,
are
to
we
be fair.
going?
Talking about maybe 30, 40 years, aren't you?
Yeah.
Imperial ships all have mobile lab stations, right?
They do, but they're Imperial.
Well, not anymore. Now they're just junk. We slip in, grab what you need, and we're back at Amnesty Housing before you know it.
Have you done this before?
Where do you think I got the biscuits?
Alright, Stephen. Tell your sister you were right.
You were right about us. Why do these things have to travel through buildings? Why not just fly around them, above them? They're not floating anyway.
Just structure, isn't it? So there's not carnage, chaos.
Oh. It's the Nazis.
Where are you taking him? To Coruscant.
You speak good English. Thank you. Does my head in that scene.
Beauty is if it's droids, you can technically just move away.
Yeah, what you gotta do?
You can do it.
Just jump. It's a 2 feet jump.
Nice, Doc.
Thank you.
There's always one. Oh, we've got the upper class dweeps.
What are you doing here? You
Tongs days.
don't belong
Am I
here.
right?
We'll work on that.
Didn't deliver it right.
Okay, jump. Oh, right, yeah. Sneaky little devil.
Use technology for them. Ran out of train.
It's the end of the train!
Stating obvious.
Approaching shipyard depot.
This does not look good.
We're gonna jump!
There's a droid coming.
What?
I'm shitting my pants.
Now arriving. Shipyard depot.
Now!
That was lucky. Now
Wow.
what?
Did you see a Star Destroyer behind him?
You've got miles to go still.
Yeah.
You got off that train too early. What are you laughing at? A long walk ahead. Yep, you're right, John. Is that docked?
Yeah.
Wow. That was well spotted. I didn't see it.
I've seen the sort of tower.
Never done anything like this before.
I take it Mando's not in this episode.
I think that's why they gave us that exhilarating sort of chase at the start, because
Yeah.
they knew that it was going to be a little bit slower overall in terms of, well, for the Mandalorian anyway. But they're exploring these two characters.
There's always going to be a coming together at some point, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that.
But we're moving away from the living waters of Mandalore.
Yeah.
I must go there and become baptised to become a Mandalorian again. We've stepped away from that, so I'm
And
quite
all these
happy.
desert planets as well. I can't stand these desert planets
Yeah.
anymore. I think they were aware of that though. That's why they brought us to Coruscant and Andor and in this.
You sure we're alone?
Yep. Ships are all inoperable. No need to guard them.
What are we going to see in here? Classic Star Wars.
Yeah.
Apology accepted, Captain Nida. What is that? Creepy little dude.
Little critter.
I must have passed you on Gideon's ship 100 times. I'm sorry I never introduced myself.
I don't remember this character. Put the lights on. That's better.
Is everything you need here?
This is perfect. Only take what I need.
So I'll go into the scrap heap.
What a waste.
I remember the first time I was in a place
What a
like this.
waste.
I couldn't believe I'd made it. My mother was a doctor in the town where I grew up. I would spend days in her office dreaming of a lab like this. But to actually be in one. What about you? What did you want to be when you grew up?
I didn't really have a chance to think about it.
What was that?
So it's droids from the train.
Just the ship settling.
Could you imagine?
They've got a real
Keep
problem with you guys.
I'll keep watch just in case.
You didn't pay your fare. Cheap bastard.
Oh, just one more thing.
Yeah. That's what you always get, isn't it? Oh, I forgot this. I need this. Or nothing will work without it. What is that? Is this thing going to car crushers?
Yeah, I bet it is.
Big massive crushing machine. Who is it?
I think it's just the Republic forces.
It's cops.
Yeah, you might want to turn off those flashlights. You're making it a little bit fucking obvious that there's someone there. It'd be much easier to blend in with the darkness.
Yep.
Stop!
They're Look at the state of these guys.
Amnesty Scientist L-52, raise your hands. You are under arrest.
How the fuck did they know he was there? Someone must have ratted him out. Love that get up.
Yeah.
Is it her? Him? Even now I'm not sure.
I don't understand. They need him to...
Yeah.
He's the scientist.
Raise your hands, L-52. Just wait. 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 No!
Good morning, Doctor.
Listen, I can explain. I wasn't trying to...
No need. Amnesty Officer G68 has already submitted a report.
That sounds like an Adam Sandler character. Already submitted a
What
report.
did she tell you?
We understand that the adjustment can be difficult.
No. I think there's...
We
been a
understand
mistake.
the
I wasn't
adjustment
trying-
can be difficult.
Indoctrination by the Empire is challenging to overcome.
I can't take that seriously. Oh god.
Wait,
Total Recall.
This is a mind flayer.
This is a
I
6
thought he was going to say something else there.
It's a non-invasive experimental
mind
treatment recently approved for rehabilitation.
It's a mind flayer.
It's a similar device, but we found at low voltages it can be used to help soothe select traumatic memories. You'll see some pleasant colors, hear a light buzzing, and experience a great sense of relief in no time at all.
You're gonna wipe my mind.
Absolutely not. This isn't the Empire, son. This device is used to heal.
Sonny.
I've been through the treatment myself, in fact, and I found the experience quite refreshing.
Please, just let me
Ooh-ha.
explain. I was just trying to help.
This isn't
This
Empire,
will only
son.
take a moment. I'll be here when you wake up.
You don't understand. She brought me there. It was a trap.
Hey.
She set me up.
It was a trap. You know what a
Set me
trap
up.
is. I don't understand the purpose of this. Is he not the brains though? Do they not need him?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I thought he was doing so well. You've done the right thing.
Thanks.
By
I know this will
coercing
help.
him and leading him into a situation
It
to get
will.
him arrested and he's had
Yeah.
his mind
You
wiped.
are a real credit to this program.
None of this makes
Nice
sense.
to know that for every
I'm sure it will.
failure, there's a success like you.
Yeah. I think you're actually wiping the wrong person here.
This should offer him some relief.
He can become a nice little drone.
Shall we?
Do you mind if I stay? He relapsed, but he's a friend. I still care about him.
Of course you do. Yes.
I think
You're welcome
she
to
only
stay.
wants to wipe it back to a certain point where he is not aware that the Empire is fallen. And
Right.
it's the New Republic. I think she's maybe trying to take him back so far.
Going to turn that dial round.
Yeah. Maybe she's going to go full and take him out completely.
Why though?
Yeah, she is. Wow.
That's evil. Bet it tastes like custard creams.
That's not the end of the episode. I'm like, fucking hell.
Here we go. Here we go. Big
That's a good
boys
way to
again.
introduce the villain, though.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you to a Mandalorian covert. This is how we have survived in exile.
Back to a deserty planet.
familiar.
It's a secret location, and you are my guest.
They still live by the old ways.
You're my guest.
It will go smoother if you keep your helmet on. Trust me.
Of course.
Be a guest, be a guest. Put our service to the test. What's this dickwad?
Chunky. Very chunky.
This is goddamn digwad. Can't take a beating. Boy's harboring a grudge. Guess what, dickheads? I went to the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore.
And I've got proof.
I've got proof. I'm back. There's nothing you can do. Bow.
Come no further. You are an apostate.
No, he's not.
No
No, he's
longer. I have been to the mines of Mandalore.
Impossible. The mines were collapsed in the Purge. The planet is cursed.
These are lies, meant to keep us in exile.
How do we know that it is not you who is lying?
He speaks the truth.
And who are you, Night Owl?
Your worst nightmare.
I am Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze.
Your house has fallen from the way. You are both apostates.
Who
We
you?
have been to the
They're
living
both been
waters.
underwater. So they're not. You're not grasping it, dickhead. You can't set parameters to come back into this creed
I bring proof.
and then say, no, you're an apostate.
Cat got your tongue. Cat got your tongue, mate.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Prick. I don't want you, mate. I'm making it clear. I'd rip that jetpack off you and shove it 10 flights up your arse.
I'd wait till he was in the air then rip it off him. You like that?
You got an idea about it?
Take that look off your face. I'm
I'll
back.
rip that fucking poncho right off your chops.
They must be roasting in those suits.
Yeah.
How do they brush their teeth? Honking breath.
What teeth?
Jaren claims to have bathed in the living waters.
He
Is this true?
claims.
It is. I have proof.
How do we know you just didn't dip that in?
I was witness. He fell into the depths and I pulled him out.
Why would you want to be with this lot?
I know. Bo-Katan basically said that. Why don't you just leave these weirdos?
There you are. There's your proof.
He
If this
speaks
is-
the truth. These are indeed the living waters. Dinjarin, you are redeemed. This is the way.
This is the way.
It'd be funny if you turned it down. Nah, you're alright.
And Bo-Katan Kryze. By creed, you too are redeemed.
She doesn't want to be redeemed.
But I do not walk the way. Did you bathe in the waters? I did. And have you removed your helmet since? No, I have not. Then you may join our covert and live as your ancestors once did. You may leave anytime you wish. Until then, you are one of us.
Do they sleep with the helmets on?
Welcome,
Must.
Bo-Katan of
That
Clan
would do my
Kryze.
head in.
Say, but I've got far
This
too
is the
stylish a
way.
haircut
This is the way.
to continue with this stupid helmet on. Come on, big boy, where are you? Come on!
Raging.
Put your hand out!
Even Johnny Lawrence shook Daniel Russo's horn at the end of the match. Go on, mate. Be a bigger man.
Oh!
That was good. It
That
was
was a
good.
good episode.
It was something unexpected, John. Something different.
Yeah.
It wasn't so jarring like that episode of the Book of Boba Fett that just came out of left field. This is actually something to do with the story, I'm imagining, and it is going to tie in. It was very interesting indeed. I like the fact we went to Coruscant after the actual original trilogy events. First time I think that's been done in live action. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it just we're bringing these characters back from, I think it's season 2, wasn't it?
Mhm.
And yeah, it's. I think this is the villain. I think this is the actual villain we're getting to see here.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously got the sort of lower level villain, who's the Pirate King, and his little bunch of
Gimps.
gimpish pirates. Little some sort of B grade Pirates of the Caribbean meets the Muppets kind
Yeah.
of setup. But yeah, I think this is a proper villain, Stephen. And it's an interesting character because it is, as I says during the actual reaction, you probably didn't hear me because I forgot to turn the desktop audio down, so we'll just be blown out by the fucking episode. It'll be. But as I did say, and I'll repeat it, so hopefully anyone who's perhaps stuck around to the end can hear me say it again. They're exploring the whole Operation Paperclip in Star Wars here. This is post-Fall of the Empire, New Republic rising with their rules, their sort of legislations and laws and stuff being passed. And you've got the people who were once a part of that previous regime, organisation, whatever you want to call it, having to acquiesce into society, into the new sort of law, the new government, the new military.
The new way.
The new way. This is the way. Stephen, I don't know if this character's... I don't want to be walking these waters, because I know it's a minefield these days with the whole sort of pronouns and stuff like that. I don't know if that character's supposed to be male, female. I don't know if it's played by someone who...
The doctor said she.
She, so it's a she.
She, yeah.
Because I know from my eyes, it clearly doesn't look like it's... Unless it's an incredibly young boy. To my eyes, I'd say that's a woman. But you never know. It could be non-binary and straight like that. I don't want to go down that road.
No, I
just want to
understand,
speak
John.
Star Wars.
Koku. I'm going to say Koku.
Yeah,
character,
Koku from... Obviously fucking...
watch-alongs.
Yeah,
Sacred
Games.
Was an actress.
It was an actress playing a trans character.
Yeah, so
but just because of the stylish, the way she'd styled her hair and stuff like that, she was a bit macho, a bit sort of military.
She's stylish.
She's cool. She gets the job done, whatever her name is. She said her name. She's obviously going to be the villain of the piece in this. She has acquiesced into this new life, but she's not telling the truth. She is playing a game of chess here.
Yeah,
if you like. She's used the poor doctor. What she's going to do with this sort of mobile lab, what she's going to do with Grogu, because I'm pretty sure the doctor was involved in the sort of grabbing of Grogu under Gideon.
Yeah.
And they were trying to use him, explore his sort of force abilities. I think that's what Gideon wanted, wasn't it?
That's not how it works.
That's not how the force works, but technically it does. It's a force that binds everything, isn't it?
Midichlorians.
Midichlorians, and if you can somehow extract the midichlorians from another being,
harness that energy.
Yeah.
Sound like Doc Brown there. Don't know why.
You did. It's interesting. I don't know where they're going to go with this character, but I'm absolutely certain that Grogu's going to be implicated in it, and that's going to bring the likes of Bo-Katan. Stephen, the biggest takeaway from there is Bo-Katan is sticking around, it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Was she happy about it though? Don't know.
I don't know.
She's the fucking
helmet on.
These people.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking.
But Steve, you spoke about it. The Grogu, we all love Grogu, but the issue with Grogu is he doesn't fucking speak English, or basic, I think they call it in the Star Wars universe. So Din's having to do exposition every single scene.
Yeah. It's two good scenes though, John. Two good sequences, I should say.
So you get Bo-Katan, then he doesn't have to do that.
I thought the TIE fighter stuff was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked that, and also the train sequence as well. I thought that was good. I liked that.
And just the blending of the prequel world with the original trilogy with the sequels. It's just we're blending all these things together.
It's something that Episode 3 and Episode 4 couldn't do connectively. They couldn't do it. It was too much to deal with. But they're slowly but surely putting those pieces in place.
It's good to see they're embracing all aspects of Star Wars, because for a long time the prequels were an embarrassment. They didn't want anything to do with them.
Do you think at some point, John, I don't know how long this Mandalorian web series will go on, whether we'll get season 4, 5, 6 or whatever, you think eventually we'll see droplets of the sequel trilogy stuff maybe dropping in?
I think so.
As well?
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, we obviously the New Order, or whatever they were calling themselves.
First Order.
First Order.
I don't know.
The New Republic, sorry.
The New Republic, yeah.
You know, they were dropping little references to that. I suppose are connected to the sequel trilogy in a way, but more sort of obvious stuff.
I think they will explore it eventually, Stephen. If it goes on long enough, then I think they will. It's just the timelines. I think there was like 20 years, wasn't there, between the fall of the Empire and then the sequel trilogy? At least 20 years, if not more. 30.
About 30, yeah.
30 years, that's
You've got
a long
to look
time.
at Luke. Luke looks like he's about to hit 30 at this period.
Yeah.
And by the time we see him in the sequel trilogy, he's about to hit probably 60.
Yeah, it's a big gap, and that's why we need Sebastian Stan to come in.
That's why we'll probably need season 7 of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but Stephen, I was going to say that though, the way that they explore these stories, you think it's taking place over like 2 months.
Yeah.
But there's years and years and years and years and years, because the episode with Carol Weathers, where he goes back to the town, that's the town we seen in one of the first seasons of the Mandalorian.
That's right, yeah.
Where he was going and getting work from that character. It's transformed, so years have passed.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years have passed. So they are exploring quite a long amount of time in this TV show. You're just not really seeing it because of the way they're presenting it. So it's possible.
Yeah.
But for me, that was a better episode. We got to see a villain, Stephen. I mean, as much as I love the Mandalorian, the character, Din Djarin, I hate those sidekicks he's kicking about with the Creed. I detest him with the tester shite and monotonous chat.
Yeah.
And there's only so much I can hear about the living waters of Mandalore before it becomes sort of jarring. It's chafing you like a bike saddle if you've not been on it for a while. It's like enough. enough with the chafing, enough with the jarring shit about the living waters of fucking Mandalore. Give us a villain. Give us a coherent story, connecting it all together, moving forward. They've did that in this episode, so for me, this is a start.
Yeah.
The previous 2 episodes, they could have combined them into one 50, 60 minute episode.
They could have gave those 2 episodes
as
in
one
the first week, yeah, like they did with Andor.
Or just combine it as one episode, because that was 50 minutes long.
Certainly did pick up the pace in this one, to be fair.
That's better for me.
Yeah.
That's keep that moving forward, I'll be happy.
I like that.
Well done, Noah Clure and Jon Favreau. Take a fucking bow. Well done. But what's your thoughts on episode 3, the Converts? That's what it says, isn't it? The Convert, chapter 19. Share your thoughts. I don't know why I'm doing Rob Carlyle. That's me doing Bobby Carlyle in my head. Probably don't sound anything like him. I probably sound like Kermit the Frog doing an impression of Robert Carlyle. Me and my father, we were poorer than poor. Share your thoughts. Oh, fuck. Certainly want to sound like him. Come on, if you listen to this, my head goes to that right away. I didn't like that guy, but that was great. What's your thoughts on the Convert? Your thoughts on the show up to this point? What's your thoughts on the villain? Thoughts on the whole blending of the different eras of Star Wars into one in that episode? Share your thoughts down below about that, our reaction. Anything you feel compelled to share can go down below in the comment section. That's the place to put it. You can also like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs. All that's left to be said is thank you very much for watching us, and until the next time, me and Stephen are done.